How did you make that lucky fishing hat? Well, let me show you. First, I'm gonna leave that there. You guys fell down. I'm super sorry. But yeah, so easy breezy. I just bought the hat from Hobby Lobby. I did not make the hat. I'm sure you could make the hat, and I have a pattern for a bucket hat that I'm gonna work on eventually, but not right now. I just bought this little $3 bucket hat from Hobby Lobby, and it was perfect because it was big enough for my head, and I got a big head and lots of hair. So I took some fabric that I bought at Walmart that looks like bandana. I cut a 4-inch strip, and I cut it really long because I wanted it to cover my whole hat. You can do it in sections. You just kind of have to hide. If you do it in sections, you want to turn in your edge when you're doing it like that. So you fold that in half, which will make it 2 inches. And you'll have a raw edge here and a not raw edge here. So what you'll do is you'll feed it into your sewing machine just with a little straight stitch. I would tuck this in just a little bit before you start. Just kind of do a little, hide the raw edge. So as you feed it in, you want about maybe 3/8, a half an inch right there. You're going to start sewing. And as you sew, you're going to take a fork, and you can just take this fork and make your ruffles like that. If this makes sense. You just kind of take the fork and make a ruffle, and take the fork and make a ruffle. These are pleats, actually, not really ruffles, but you're just taking the fork and it's shortening it. Or you can pinch it, and do it by hand. Just kind of even, like that. And you're going to sew that. Now, once you get that sewn, and you've got your little pleated ruffle, whatever, you can use a ruffle foot. You can make it a ruffle. You can do whatever you want, however you want. Then you just take it, and right on the edge, I went about a half an inch in, and you just sew it all the way around the lip of the edge of the hat. Now, you've got this raw edge. So what are you going to do to cover the raw edge? Well, you ask. I went to Amazon and I bought this stuff because I use it for other things, and it's bias tape binding. And you can buy a whole big roll. Looks something like this. And you take this and you cover where you stitched, like so. And you stitch that down, like so. You have a top stitch and a bottom stitch.